what happens to the body when you decide to go beyond the word fear. When you truly observe the sensation of fear without the concept of fear, then you will notice that its root basis is the resistance. I'm not talking about the very logical fear which comes as a reaction when there is a threat coming. This is very natural. I'm talking about the irrational fear which stops you to move ahead, okay? To expand. This fear comes as a resistance. It's nothing else but a resistance. And you have the sensation that there is something shrinking inside. The human being, reacts this way because the thought process resists and does not want to accept the upcoming change or transformation. Therefore, it resists and it isolates itself because it considers the upcoming change or the upcoming confrontation, maybe, as a threat to its own existence, to the existence itself. Therefore, the energy starts creating a movement which feels like shrinking inside the body. You come into a state of defense. And then, very naturally, the some people will very naturally react because they will not be able to withhold this shrinking energy within. Therefore, they're going to be explosive, they're going to be reactive, they're going to be aggressive, and therefore war occurs, even great violence or even destruction, because at that moment the person decides to control the environment and therefore change what feels very uncomfortable. This is the movement of fear, which is something more. It's simply resist. You resist to what is. But there are certain people who will not do the explosive, okay, movement towards the outside. Therefore, they will build a wall all around them, and they will remain with this sense of resistance and shrinking in front of the upcoming change, because very often we fear positive things as well, things that are going to bring a liberation, for instance. The thought process resists. It is the thought process, the mechanism of thought which resists because it hates change and it wants to feel secure all the time. Therefore, it will resist, it will shrink, and very often you will see that it builds a whole wall, an entire wall all around, so that the human being lies there, stays there, completely unable to move, react, decide, do whatever, in that state of a complete, remaining completely shrunk with his energy completely into a high state a state of a high tension that keeps the person isolated. Therefore, we say that you have suppressed your anger, but actually, it is just a movement of your own energy. You have to take a look at it, and you will then realize how all these mental disorders come into being, like depression, great sadness, self distraction, etc., etc.